Merry December, everyone! The holidays are drawing near, which means it's time for our final upcoming Indie Games video for 2023. Now, usually around this time of year, releases start to get a little bit quieter, but I was still able to pull together 10 indie games that you should be checking out in the month of December. But before we get started, do not forget to like the video, otherwise Santa's gonna show up and shove a big old piece of coal inside your gaming console. Enjoy playing Fortnite then, suckers. Now with that out of the way, here's some indie games. Have you ever wanted to play a dungeon diving roguelike where you're a frog with a bunch of dice? Then you should kick off your December with Die in the Dungeon. Sorta. So the full game isn't quite ready yet, but the team at Attico Games is dropping Die in the Dungeon Origins, a sample prologue that gives you a taste of this froggy turn-based dice building adventure. And it's gonna be free to play, so you can play this demo without spending a penny. You'll collect and improve your assortment of dice where each color represents a different action. Some are as simple as attacking or healing, while others can boost other dice or even copy their abilities. You'll place these die onto the board each turn to try and create the best moves so that you can progress to the next room. During combat, there'll be occasional events that give you relics for your dice that'll help you create new combinations for attacks. Just be careful, because some of those relics may be cursed. So if you're ready for some dice rolling fun, be sure to check out Die in the Dungeon Origins on Steam starting December 1st. And be sure to wishlist the main game, Die in the Dungeon, so you know when it releases. Welcome to the new frontier. As the planet dies around you, you'll need to dig deeper and build and collect important resources in SteamWorld Build. Set in the same universe as SteamWorld Dig, Dig 2, Heist and Quest, SteamWorld Build is the first 3D game in the SteamWorld franchise. Beneath your humble little desert town is rumored to be a mess of ancient technology that'll help your civilization prosper, providing things like water and fuel to help you survive, and also motivation to bring in the big bucks from the outside to help improve your town even more. Use these upgrades to dig deeper down towards the abyss and discover what other riches lie below. Just watch out for whoever is already living down there, and be sure to keep the battles to a minimum before the caves collapse in on you and your crew. You can explore 5 distinct maps, all with their own secrets for you to explore, and hopefully make your town the perfect place for you and your people. It's time to dig or die trying when you load up SteamWorld Build starting on December 1st for Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. And for my Game Pass players, you can play it there too. Forgive me because I'm about to gush for a minute, because Born of Bread is finally here. If you haven't heard me talk about this game before, Born of Bread is a Paper Mario styled RPG where you play as a flower golem. One day, while the chef of the royal palace is cooking up some food, he mistakenly creates Loaf, the protagonist of Born of Bread, and just the cutest little man alive. Just look at him. You'll explore a gorgeous 3D world as you're making new friends, battling reincarnated evil enemies, and watching all of the crazy antics unfold. And since Loaf is made of bread, he can do all sorts of goofy yet productive things that'll help you progress further in the game, alongside the colorful cast of sidekicks that'll bring their own special skills to the table. I played the demo for Born of Bread earlier this year and had a phenomenal time experiencing what the team at Wild Arts has started to build. And you can experience that same joy when Born of Bread rises on December 5th for Steam, Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. In a Highland Song, you'll play as 15-year-old Moira McKinnon, who has never seen the sea. And how can you not help a young woman with her dreams? After receiving a mysterious letter from her uncle telling her to come to his lighthouse for a major surprise, Moira packs up and takes off immediately. Hike across the Scottish Highlands as you climb peaks, jump over rocks, and fight shortcuts to reach the lighthouse even faster. The path won't be all sunshine and rainbows though. You'll have rainstorms and dangerous gaps to leap across to reach the sea. Once you make it past the danger, you can enjoy the lovely rhythm runs the game has to offer, where you can joyfully skip across the valley to beautiful music that accompanies the stunning environments. If you're ready to tag along with Moira to go see the sea, you can pick up a Highland Song when it releases on Steam and Nintendo Switch on December 5th. Elian is an island filled with artisans and craftsmen, and it's up to you to reforge this blacksmith village in while the iron's hot. As more and more villagers approach your shop with new requests, you'll have to go out and scrounge for materials to make whatever it is that they need. Then come back and master every step of the process to make the perfect sword, or shield, or sun hat. Listen, sometimes the cows gotta look good too. The more you improve your own skills, the better tools you can make, thus allowing you to explore further across the island and make even better equipment. We saw this game a little while back at the Humble Games Showcase, and my first thought was, is this just like one of my favorite games, Moonlighter? And though it doesn't have that same roguelike style gameplay, it definitely looks like it's gonna scratch that same itch for me. At the end of the day, you need to prove to your fellow villagers and to yourself that you have what it takes to become a master blacksmith. While the Iron's Hot releases on Steam, Switch, PlayStation, Xbox starting December 5th. Guess who's back? It's your favorite bear friend, Hank. Now you're wondering, Danny, didn't you already talk our ear off about Bear and Breakfast? I sure did, but the game is finally coming to PlayStation, so time to talk about it again. Bear and Breakfast is a cozy city management game where Hank the bear accidentally stumbles into becoming the owner of a bed and breakfast. As Hank and his friends clean up this formerly popular tourist attraction, visitors are slowly but surely coming back to the forest to bask in the glory of nature. And to keep the tourist population up, you need to make sure that your home is up to their standards, including the proper amenities, cleaning up after them, and making sure scheduled stays don't overlap with visitors who might hate each other. And along the way, you'll make friends with a bunch of woodland creatures who will help you level up your hotel as well as build more locations across the valley. The game is super cute, Hank and his friends are hilarious and charming, and now it's time to pick up Bear and Breakfast once again when it releases on PlayStation 4 and 5 starting December 12th. And if you just can't wait that long, the game is already available on Steam and Nintendo Switch. And because it's another excuse to show it off, look at my plush of Hank, he's my little potato bear, he's so cute. Join the adventures of Furple and Finn, two unlikely partners that must work together in RiverTails Stronger Together. This co-op 3D platformer features a purple cat and a sly fish, needing to work together to help each other move forward. Whether that's Furple opening paths for Finn to swim through, or Finn helping launch Furple into the air with these weird bouncy mushrooms. Good lord, I don't know how many more times I can say Furple. Partner up with a buddy to experience this colorful cartoon aesthetic, as you solve puzzles and defeat bosses using the skills that you've built up along this cooperative adventure. Now, just in case your friends aren't cool enough to play dope indie games, or maybe you don't have any friends to begin with, the game also features a lone wolf mode, so you can tackle this adventure solo and control both characters. RiverTails has been in early access since March of this year, but now you'll be able to play the full adventure when the game hits version 1.0 starting December 14th on Steam, and you can expect console ports later down the line. The year is 1986, and you're infiltrating a religious cult known as the Bahnsen Knights, which just so happens to be the name of this game. In Bahnsen Knights, you'll play as Boulder, as you face off against the aforementioned occultist led by a unique car salesman, all while searching for your missing friend and fellow agent. This religious cult drives through town with their supercharged Sierras, causing trouble while performing route exorcisms. Listen, as long as it's preventing traffic on major highways, I say let them be. In this choose your own adventure game, you'll make dialogue decisions that immerse you in the rich story. And those choices are going to be make or break when it comes to you getting into this crazy cult and making sure you survive. Solve investigations for the Bahnsen Knights to earn their trust and piece together what exactly it is they're up to along the way. Bahnsen Knights drops on December 14th for Steam as well as Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. What if you are trapped in limbo, and now you're forced to take on the cartel who's harvesting souls to try and escape the afterlife? Well, that would mean that you're playing SoulSlinger, Envoy of Death. In this first-person roguelite, you unleash incredible powers that'll make you the most dangerous being in limbo. Along your journey, you'll cross paths with different NPCs that'll give you more information about Limbo's dark history. Just make sure you're careful when choosing your allies or enemies, because these decisions will shape the future of your game. Forge your own weapons before each run to then unlock permanent upgrades and grow stronger with every new challenge you conquer. Are you ready to capture some souls and solve the mystery of Limbo? Then be sure to check out SoulSlinger Envoy of Death when it releases on Steam starting December 14th. In the Enjenir, you'll be putting your engineering skills to the test by constructing massive buildings, questionable bridges, and janky-looking vehicles. But lucky for you, every mission can be solved in an infinite number of ways, so no one path is the correct one. As long as you survive and get the job done, you nailed it. Or if you're feeling like just building to your little heart's content, you can also explore the gridless 3D sandbox mode that allows you to throw caution to the wind and just go ham with whatever your mind can invent. So if you're just looking for a silly time, the Enjenir drops on Steam starting December 18th. And there you have it, 10 indie games that you can check out this December. I know this time of year the holiday season gets hectic and you can't always find the time to game like you normally do. But if you do find the time to check out any of these games, be sure to let me know what you think of them in the comments below. And like I said before, this is our last upcoming games video that I get to make before 2024 hits. So if for any reason our paths don't cross before the new year comes, I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. Thank you so much for watching, and happy gaming.